Hello, how's it going? How we doing? Kiwi, you're officially first. How are you, my love? How's it going? I've got some weird, freaky space music on in the background. Oh, but you know what I could record actually? I think Pocket Bard's updated. Let me see if I've got any stuff on Pocket Bard that I could play. Actually, I suppose this would probably be better because it won't just be one thing playing over and over again. Yeah, that might be better. I need to actually download Pocket Bard stuff again. Stressed? Why are you stressed? Mm. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some D&D notes today. Um, we've got Dungeons, well, VTubers and Dragons, which is what I've been a little bit working on in the background, and gonna do some work on stream with it. Actually, start writing some things down on character creation. Looking for a gift tuber, but I don't know. Yeah, I suppose it's hard to find one of those. I mean, yeah. Hey, Louis, how we doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, I should probably move that downwards a bit more actually on this layer. Let's move you down to like here. How we doing? Uh, okay, this is a little bit intense though. Let's just get some space music. This might help. So I will jump to my gaming sim because, as you can see, we've got a blank sheet here for VTubers and Dragons. You can't actually see all of the page just because where chat cuts off, but that's fine. That's fine. Um, but yeah, basically, you can see at the bottom here on my to the left of me, there's a graph view which will pop in soon when I start adding stuff. But for starters, we're going to be basically creating a character guide for all our players because we have how many people do we have in that Discord now that have been waiting to play D&D? About 22 people, I think, roughly, who are ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons at some point. So I need to get to prepping this and go from there. So yeah. Also, Kiwi, I don't know if you're able to pin like a message for me because if anyone subscribes, I will make sure to take their name down and I will include them as like an NPC in the setting that I will bring up at some point. Whether it's a variant of their name or just their username, like as a character name, um, that's something we'll do. So if you're right to just pin that for me, please, or Louis, if you're able. Uh, so to start off, I've been thinking about D&D all day. So basically, this is gonna be a Spelljammer setting, pretty much. Oh, they've released some new books on D&D Beyond. I haven't been on here in a hot minute because I've not had any campaigns running. Um, so we're gonna be doing a Spelljammer setting and having 7 galaxies. So I think it's very important to understand how our galaxies are gonna work. Is that one galaxy could have several solar systems in, and a solar system could have several planets in. Um, Now, according to Matthew Mercer, the personal best way he enjoys to start creating things is from a tiny thing and going upwards. Uh, but I prefer to start outwards and work in. I like to know my cosmic scales and pretty much start from there and work inwards. Um, but the galaxy that this main sort of one-shot style stuff is going to be taking place in is going to be controlled by a organization known as the Collective. And the Collective are a group of primarily astral elves who have taken control of the galaxy and mainly lead by having people conform to a very robust cog society, very much like the Outer Worlds, if you've played those. There's also a song by the Stupendium called The Fine Print. It's very much that vibe that I'm going for. So that's what our guide's going to be mainly covering. And that's what we're going to be doing. So I don't know if you can see, is there a point on this? You should see it here. I don't know if I zoom in how well that will help. You can see it. Okay. So it's going to be very small your screen, but this will get bigger as we do more of these streams. So this is the character creation guide. So I'll upload this for the players once it's done. But if not, I will just copy and paste it into Google Drive. So yeah. Now, first things first, this isn't going to be formatted perfectly straight away. Like, it's going to take some time to format it a little bit nicely. But I think it's important that we know what species are able to be played. So if we quickly add a browser capture, let me just quickly do studio mode, just so I don't do browser capture and show the wrong screen. Oh no, I need window capture. And we want to show this one, but I want to quickly chop off my toolbars. There we go. So if we look through, oh, that's above me. Let's move that down to here. Nice, much better. So if we look at all the D&D species, so we're going to be primarily using one D&D for this. However, all of 5e is also available to use, because one D&D is the most recent version, but 5e has more in it. And I want to give players a lot of choice, especially in a Spelljammer setting where that has been updated to one D&D. We're going to do a lot of homebrew as well and researching previous editions, because there isn't actually much information on Spelljammer in 5e, and in fact there's a lot more in the 3rd edition, so we might steal some things from that, but in terms of how it's going to work, we're going to be stealing a lot of things and making our own stuff up, just to cover how things work. But of course, for 1D&D, you can see we have all these races by default, and it isn't until we start looking at the older races that it sort of opens up a bit. Now, I want my players to have full choice of whatever race they want to play. I'm not really a restrictive person when it comes to races, if I can. There's a few that I probably will not include, like the legacy versions of races. Excluding the 5e ones, I'd prefer people use the newer ones, but the 5e ones are still fine. I think the only things we're not going to include are these legacy ones here, which we can hide. I'm not really going to be managing those. And any third-party stuff, because, again, they're very specific to the settings. Like, they can work in other things, but I haven't really bought any third-party, like, races and species. So we're going to ignore those, and also the Lord of the Ring ones, because they do not make sense in D&D. So it's quite a lot of choices still. Oh, and I think I'll also ban Simic Hybrid, potentially, just because I don't really get them. Fatal Keen, I will probably just not really mention, because, again, I don't really get what they are. However, everything else is pretty much fine, and I'll probably ban a doozy just because of the questionable text they were given during their initial release, and it's made me very uncomfortable about using them. No, there's goblins. What? There's a new goblin version. Yeah, it's right here. I would just say we're not using the legacy versions. Like, we wouldn't use this Goliath compared to the new one. So we know what we're using. We're going to hide this for now and minimize it. So, God, it's really hard to think now that I'm on the spot and presenting to people. I've literally been thinking about D&D all day at work. Again, we're going to format this a little bit better later on, and I might do that off stream. But for now, we're mainly just getting our notes down. and how we're going to be covering things. So, thank you very much for your daily sacrifice. So, for starters, we need to make sure that we're covering a introduction to the world. Like, or I guess setting, not world, because there's going to be a lot of world. This is specifically one galaxy out of the how the fuck do I spell galaxy? Jesus. Out of the several that we're going to be doing. I'm lurking to try and improve my art skill. Yeah, no worries. Thank you, my love, for lurking. Could always draw space stuff if you really want. Just saying. And a lot of this is going to be fine to know. Like, I might mention things. So let's get going. So, oh, also I want to do this. I'm going to get quickly distracted because there's actually something I wanted to do before. It's kind of an NPC. It was an NPC idea I had forever ago, but I actually kind of want to make a character for it now, and I want to do it before I forget, because I think hopefully Meg may be doing a D&D one-shot, and I really want to make one. Also, I love D&D Beyond's really fast loading times. They're such an amazing like website to play D&D on. I love it so much. Oh, you can see a bunch of my characters that I have had either sitting in the wings or ready to play. I'm going to quickly... I want to play a Fire Ganassi barbarian who's a blacksmith. And Kiwi will recognize this name. Maybe it was back then when we should have realized. But I want to nip the idea in, so I've got it saved, and I can always change it later on. Probably best at perception for having good like weapon making, and rather than like her getting angry, it's just that she burns hotter like a furnace. I guess nature because of like ores and things. Weapon mastery. It's got to be a hammer. Is it a warhammer? That's the big one. Yeah, I think so. And I guess a light hammer. Yeah, two hammer based weapons. If I could choose artisan, and then if we get blacksmith tools, or is it masons? What would it be? What tools is it? Smith's tools. That's why that really confused me. Fast crafting. I've actually never seen this. It would also be smiths. Oh, I get them from artisan. In fact, so I probably want to do this as tinkering tools, and then crafter I could have that on smiths. I guess leather worker, and then also we could do jewelers, because I like the idea of having someone who's done like a lot of different things. No, this is a new ability. I shouldn't choose this one. I should choose... That's why I'm a little bit confused. Because I'm selecting all phrase inside persuasion. Yeah, that makes more sense. I was gonna say that it seemed like it was pretty op. Language, I don't think we really care, but I'll say dwarvish. Species, I would like Fire Ganassi. Language. I guess we could speak giant as well because giants are a lot forging stuff. We're gonna go medium. Uh, wisdom would probably make the most sense, or I guess charisma because sales and stuff. So yeah. We're just gonna do standard array for now because I could be asked to switch things around. Um. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting because I want to be decently smart. Maybe I dump Con as a barbarian. That's kind of funny. I guess maybe I could dump charisma instead. Just not be a very socialite. I would like to have a little bit more wisdom. Uh, could be a little bit more intelligence, and let's do some more dex as well. Balance us out a little bit. In fact, no, I'll do strength on that last one, just so we're a little more beefy. I will just pick the standard stuff. All right. Sidetrack over. Let's actually do some D&D notes now. So yeah, we need to do an introduction to settings, specifically the galaxy that this is mainly going to be taking place in. We need to. They get you to choose your class first now, as we've just seen. But I guess we'd have to explain class then. Yeah. So classes and how they work in the setting. This is specifically like cleric. And we can link to gods. We then want to do backgrounds and templates. We can kind of actually do that in the introduction because everyone's going to be a part of a sort of freighter spelljammer ship as they are kind of in debt or having to pay off their criminal punishment, a bit like Suicide Squad in a way. As for some reason or other, the collective has deemed that they need to have some stuff to pay off. So I think we'll include that in there. Because that could probably be the first line. So I guess then it does come down to species. And how they work in the setting. Because I think when you normally do a campaign, typically on like one planet, there's a lot of races in that one setting. But if we're going to use some sort of logic here, we are like humans are the only like creature that can do what we do on this planet. In terms of evolution, as far as we are, this is if we apply that to a Spelljammer setting, it's more likely that different species will have different planets, and then different monsters will also have different planets. So we obviously want to write where a species is typically from, especially if they could be from a different galaxy, what solar system, what planet. But there could also be different variants. Like humans are probably the most adaptable in terms of any default species, I would say, and I think that's quite true for real life. We're very adaptable considering we live in cold, warm, mild, rainy, all sorts of different climates. So I think that can translate quite well to what planets they live on. Whereas when you read a lot about some of the species in this, they have very specific settings. Like dwarves are typically underground, so we want to apply that and think, all right, dwarves are going to kind of live on a planet that has a lot of like earth and terrain to dig. And while that doesn't have to be the case for every dwarf, this is the basis. I think that's like very important in character creation guides, is that there is a basis for what a species typically does and how they are in the world. Not all your NPCs and player characters have to follow that, but that's like a guide. Again, it's a guide, it's a baseline. So that's what we'll be doing that. Because while, let's say, humans are from Terra planet, but then there's like a Mars planet. Well, a human could be from that. It's just not as common as anywhere else. So I think that's important as to what we explain, because we have some people who haven't played D&D before or have very little experience. So we want to make it clear that these are guidelines and that they can do sort of whatever they want. Like, they're going to be level 1 starting, but they can do whatever they want. They're not going to be coming here being like, oh, I killed a dragon. But, you know, we're not going to do that shit. So, yeah. Then, what do we realistically have to think about is... I think that's kind of it, really. I guess we sort of explain, like, factions, gods, planets a bit more. Planets is probably last, I would say. So, because it's going to be physically impossible for us to plan every single planet, every single settlement on that planet. So we kind of want to set this up in a way that someone could go, oh, I'm from this town that's on this planet, or I'm from a planet like over here, because we would be here for years still doing this. And like, this is something I plan on doing ongoing, but feasibly, in order to get it done, there's going to be a lot. And also, we need to make sure that, again, they're all going to be starting in the same place and returning to that place. So it doesn't, while it matters, it doesn't overly matter where they create the planet, because we can sort of place it where we want afterwards. And some of that comes to back and forth with the players on what kind of planet they'd like to be from, or what settlement they'd like to be from. And potentially also ties into how they've ended up in the situation they're in. So, yeah. I guess that is kind of the basis for what we're doing here. So it's pretty much just going from there and writing a rough copy. So this is the first time I'm going to be like showing my notes so publicly and how terribly I'm going to write and how long it's going to take me to think things. But that's fine. We're gonna do it anyway. So I might go silent at points while I'm like locked in and focusing, but you know, I'm still here, I'm still typing. So do not worry, do not sweat. It'll be fine. Okay. So, let's do an actual nice. What? Huh? Why is that not? Oh, is it because it was... Oh, I've realized what went wrong. There we go. It was still... I think I shift entered. Introduction. Bam, bam, bam. Let's do this as parts. So part 1, introduction. Introduction to setting. I always like try to write these in almost like a Pokemon world way, like welcome to the world of Pokemon. I think I need to do a little bit beforehand that just explains. I guess that does come under introduction. Maybe I suppose we technically do. Written by Jana Hex. Okay, so this guide is designed to help you create your own character, backstory, I guess just character and backstory, really. Character and backstory for the VTuber and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons. One-shot streams. Yeah, because these will be streamed as well. These will be for people to watch and people to collaborate and shout out other people. Okay, so I guess we should kind of cover what we're going to be going over. This guide will cover an introduction to the setting, the classes and how they work, the playable, I think that's very important to qualify it, and how they typically live within the setting, the factions, the gods, and the planets, solar systems, galaxies. Okay, I think I need to specifically make sure these are ands, and when I'm doing a list within a list, it is shortened to an and, because I think it just kind of splits it up. And the planets, solar systems, and galaxies. Do like a semicolon on there, yeah? Okay, that makes sense. I spelled galaxies wrong. That's fine. Excuse me. I can get rid of this now then, because I know where I am. Okay. So, let's think about how we want to start. I guess it would be sort of a caption, like, you awake here. Yeah. To another day aboard the Iron. I know I want this ship to be made out of metal, because it's meant to be a prison ship. So let's think about this. Let's think. What some words for prison? Prison synonyms. Another word for prison. Approved school. Insane. I think iron gulag. Oh my god. See, one thing I'm terrible at is names. It's kind of like, obviously you have a bit more memory. This is just another day. Another day. Yes. I could not think of what I had a name in mind that I was thinking about all day, and now like I'm ready to write it. Okay, we're just gonna do some question marks here. Another way of the iron, blah blah blah. Serving your uh oh paying a debt you've accrued fairly or not. That just seems like one simple sentence. I kind of serving your sentence to the astral dominion known as the collective. Uh, and then we kind of need a little brief, a brief explanation of who they are. Um, a because we know it's run by astral elves. I just need to think how to sort of word this. Um, that's the word. Once again, capitalism is the enemy. Society run um, by the hard labor of the people for its astral elf. I guess I don't want to say overlords because that seems very menacing. Even though it's meant to be menacing, it's too menacing. I guess leaders is probably the best. I guess rulers, superiors, governors probably makes more sense. Tyrants is a good one. Yes, thank you. Uh, Astral Elf. For its tyrannical Astral Elf leaders. No, leaders are too positive. We need rulers. Hey Blake, how we doing? Welcome in, welcome in. And normally I do the links for the graph at the below in the middle, but I'm going to do these like after the segments, so it links to it a little bit better and nicer, because I don't want to have to highlight the collective every time and then but only highlight it once in a different type. Bored right now? Well, hopefully nerdy stuff we can entertain you. So, oh, my straw's not bending. Is my drink finished? Okay. All right, it's tyrannical and astral rulers. Full stop. Um, I keep trying to think of like words for Straighter, and in my head, I keep thinking Iron Valiant because of Pokemon, all the future paradox forms. They keep popping into my head. Um, uh, the Iron Hold will work for now. Or Steel Hold. Steel sounds, yeah, the Steel Hold. No, I don't like that. Iron sounds colder. Um, okay, it's fine. We can go back to that. That's not set in stone. Bronzehold. Bronzehold sounds more like a dwarven settlement. Because we want it. So this is a prison ship. We want to give the vibe of it being, um, well, what it is. It's it's a ship that just exists in astral space to hold people that they don't like. The Iron Rose. That's too nice. That's too nice. We need to be mean. We need to be cold. We need to be calculating. Um, I mean, we could just call it the freighter. Yeah, because freighters are obviously designed to carry goods, and the collective very much see people as goods. The Iron Freighter. I think it takes away some of your your being. Correct me if you think I'm wrong on that, but I think like labeling the players as just goods, it really sort of tries to speak a bit more to how they see the people that they rule as just products, as cogs. Uh, about freighters, what do you have against freighters? Okay. Whether you committed a crime, uh, accrued, uh, no, I don't want to use accrued twice. Wait, have I? No, I haven't. How the fuck do I spell accrued? Uh, what? You can't say that and not expect me to ask. Large debt, or simply angered the wrong people. In the eyes of the collective, you are guilty. However, unlike most, an unfortunate opportunity has arrived at your feet. Your feety arrived before you. There are many missions the collective seek to complete. And since you're expendable now to them, You're the perfect subjects for the job. Should you complete these missions, not only will you be rewarded for aiding the progress of the collective, I think I've stolen like some Warhammer stuff from what I've heard of it from like people at work, like Rob. He's explained Warhammer to me slightly, and I think I've stolen some things for that. Your sentence will be shortened or potentially even lifted. So I think that's like a good motivation for everyone, you know, like not that people have much of a choice, but this sort of ties into the whole idea of this is a campaign that is just filled with one-shots from many different players. So this is going to work in the sense of, hey, here's a one-shot idea I have. This is the recommended level I suggest being for it. Who wants to join? And people can sign up for it. Obviously, at the beginning, all these are going to be like level one-shots, just because everyone's starting out. But this gives people the opportunity to mix with different groups, jump in when they can, and just have a lot of fun with it. So it also explains why we will have one session 1 week with a group of people that you'll see on stream, and then next week it could be a completely different group of people, and then the week after it could be a mash between those two people, those two groups plus some other people. The general idea is that they're going out completing these quests, which are the one shots, and coming back to their prison to serve their sentence. So we're gonna obviously include a contingency. We're gonna have to do a suicide squad and be like, hey, there's like a bomb in your neck. If you disobey, you get your head blown off. So we could obviously be like, oh, you know, you've got like a magic sigil on you that is for tracking and for compliance. But something important I want to offer in this is that there are going to be a lot of moral decisions. So let's say, for example, they have to bring in a criminal. They have to bounty hunt and find a criminal, and they're expected to bring him in so they can face court. But during the adventure, like, they find out this person is completely innocent and they're just trying to help their family or whatever. They could either comply and help out and get their sentence shortened and get rewarded for it, or they could disobey, not be rewarded, and have their sentence increased. So I'm gonna mess with people's morality in this, and you'll know how good your streamers are. I suppose it'd be their characters, but you can know how compliant your streamers are to evil corporations. So ba, 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 ba. Okay. Okay. So that's like that sort of intro bit. So during D&D, and I'm just gonna VTubers and dragons. Oh, need to make sure to capitalize that T. You yourself and other players will be presented with one-shots. Singular session games. Which will have a certain amount of slots to be filled. These serve as the missions the collective are presenting you to partake in. Is partake only is a word, isn't it? Is it? Oh. It just, yeah, I suppose it makes sense like that, but I don't know. I've never spelt the word partake. To partake in. These one-shots will have a suggested character level and will have slots prioritized to those who have not yet played a game D&D in the D&D group. Okay, yeah, I think that's quite simple and to the point. That makes sense. Oh, I should also, in order to be accepted, you must complete the what was it called? The consent sheet, consent form, I guess, is what it would probably be called. The D&D consent checklist. As this enables to design the adventures in a way that is comfortable for all players. Anything potentially sensitive will be mentioned as a trigger warning in the initial post. Okay. So now we kind of actually need to cover the setting itself. A bit better. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so before we create your character, the rest of this part will cover the basis of the setting in order to give you an outline for creating your character. As this setting will have both official and homebrew lore. And we also need to put brackets here so people know what homebrew is, just in case. Custom made. So we also gonna need to know how the world works. So oh, so again, I'm terrible at naming things, so I have no idea what we're gonna name this galaxy, but that's fine. Okay, so this setting takes place in astral space, using many rules from Spelljammer. Which to give the briefest explanation is fantasy space. An amazing example of how this would look would be to watch Treasure Planet. It's a personal favorite. Astral space, much like real space, in this setting, much like real space, has planets, solar systems, and of course, galaxies. Our story is taking place primarily within one galaxy. This point in time. This galaxy is under the control of the group known as the Collective, which we briefly mentioned earlier. Okay, nice. Let me look up galaxy name generators because I am terrible again with naming things. I mean, I was thinking as well because I'm gonna probably include real languages and use them as like one-to-ones for races, like for example, Latin but like elves, which is a bit typical, I guess. But like dwarves in German, I suppose. Oh, I also want to include something here. There will normally be three types of adventurers who have corresponding recruiters. The first is the first are have fun in the Shadow Realm, people. Okay, the first are trying to think of, because these are gonna be like piracy missions. Are piracy themed missions, including smuggling. I guess I could do this as bullet points actually. Smuggling, piracy. I guess I would change this to pirate themed missions. Piracy. What else did they do? Oh, and astral and spell jammer combat. I guess we'll replace that with ship-to-ship combat for now, actually. Ship-to-ship combat. The second are research. Missions. Oh wait, no, we're gonna change this. The Forerunner. I guess this would actually be our history-based missions, including puzzles, exploration, and dungeon crawling. Third, bounty based missions, including tracking down targets, fighting big bosses, or subduing criminals. Nice. So these are, yeah, the three themes or sort of base things. Okay. The collective welcome back from the Shadow Realm, people. Oh god. Okay, that's okay, that's Latin to English. We want to do it the other way. See, I was gonna say Prime, and then I was looking up at what Prime is, and it's Primus, but that's very transformery, and I already have some transformery ideas in my head. I'm thinking that their galaxy needs to be very very pompous, because not only is it elves, it's a diplomatic capitalist one. It needs to have fancy words, and have this like, oh, we're perfect here, when it's pretty much enslavement of planets. So let's see if we can find some like a good word that would be translated to something that could mean that, or something that sounds like a good name that is that. So words meaning Uh, uh, prideful or I guess prideful is kind of one. I guess we could go for pride. Superbia. That's just okay. That's a little bit lame. Um. Uh. Hmm. This is kind of a tough one because I kind of like trying to figure out how to explain what I mean. To Google. Uh. Something along the line of uh perfection. Thank you very much for the head pats, Louis. Pristine. Okay. Okay. There's no Latin for that. Mint. Interesting. Mint is apparently monitor. How's that said? Monitor. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Because that like in Latin that means mint, is in like mint currency coinage, which again is something they are seeking to have a lot of. But the pronunciation of it, monitor, it sounds like the word monitor, which is something they are definitely doing. They are monitoring their people to control them. So I think that is actually a very good name for this galaxy. Um, because the collective are monitoring and they want to make sure they're making money. So yeah. See. Uh, known as Monita. Monita. And that does mean a lot of Latin is going to be our our main language for sort of elves, really. But we kind of already knew that going in. Uh, uh, Nearly all planets and solar systems are under control. We should just say solar systems because once you get all the planets there, you have the control system anyway. Uh, and the all solar systems within are under control uh, of the collective, who designate their these the planets to specific resource gathering, uh, and employment of its inhabitants. Nothing within these worlds truly is truly free. you are expected to work for the collective and do whatever benefits the collective most. You are not owed anything. In fact, you owe them everything. Oh yeah, every space thing is dystopian. Before you die, your debt must be paid. The debt you earned when you were born. Most likely at the hands of the collective, as they tend to pair couples up to breed successful cogs in their system. If you die before your debt is paid, it's passed on to your family. If you have no family, it's passed on to your fellow workers. So yeah, it's a pretty fucked up planet. It's very Outer Worlds. If you played it, I really recommend playing it. I really enjoyed it. Maybe I'll play it on stream. It's really good. It's also no, okay, The Outer World. There's The Outer World and then there's Outer Worlds, which is a different game. There was like a different game or something that was to do with time. The Outer Worlds, yeah, just to clarify, is a very fun game. Apparently there's a second one coming out. When is the release date for that? Or is it already out? Is it out? Oh shit, it's literally come out. It came out literally like 6-7 days ago. No, it came out 7 days ago. It's got a guy to play Sonic. Oh, really? Damn. Maybe we'll play that. I do actually need to finish the first. I never actually finished it because I kept getting distracted. So, yeah, we'll definitely play that. 60 quid though is insane. I hate the price of games. I know it's going up, but fuck me. And reviews are mostly positive as well, which is always nice to see. Damn. Yeah, it's fucking expensive. I would like to play it though. Okay. What was I gonna say? There was something I was gonna say here. This capitalist hellhole is designed to only benefit one group, the top. it doesn't matter who or what you are. If you were born in Nita, the collective owns you. So you guys are probably in a lot better of a perspective, considering you're paying off your debts by having a lot more free will. So you actually get to go to other places. A lot of people are probably a little bit stuck in one place. Okay, I think that is kind of the entire guide, the introduction to the setting. I think we need to explain how it works. So, how does all this work? In this last section, I will try to break it down. Break it down. A lot of complex words and made up mumbo jumbo. If it doesn't fully make sense, feel free to ask me. But also, don't worry about it. Just have fun. Okay. Planets work how you expect. They can come in all sorts of different styles. It's fantasy. Expect crystalline. I would say just crystal planets, or ocean worlds, or maybe even. Oh, what the fuck? Got jump scared by my VTuber model that just flickered in front of Streamlabs. Planet made entirely of sweets. Or candy for my American players. I've got to cover the bases. There is all sorts of ways to travel between planets. The solar system. You're struggling hard? What are you trying to draw? If you want to practice, I have something you could draw. Okay. Within the solar system, the most common. Oh, you went stream. Fair, 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 fair. Maybe start from scratch again. Sometimes it's easier if you don't like it. Your mother doesn't look bad. What are you on about? What are you yapping? What are you yapping? Within the solar system, the most common is to board a spelljammer. You don't hate Kiwi. You love the Kiwi model. A You've not had her that long. You've not even had her a year. What a spelljammer. A ship with sails on the sides, as well as a gravity and air bubble around it. I think you're having a bit of a crisis. VTuber arms will always look a little bit weird because you can't they don't move like normal arms. Uh, this is what allows them to fly and sail into astral space. Okay. You know your theme is magic, girl. Stars and golds and pinks and blues, well, like purpley blue. Space girl, I saw a lunar eclipse. Um, okay. Once they have sailed into astral, once they have sailed up and out of the planet, they are within a portion of astral space. This is known as wild space, or a wild space system. This is what we call a solar system in the within Spelljammer settings. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Beyond a wild space system lies the deepest part of astral space, known as the astral sea. Oh, I need to. Actually, no, that's fine. Known as the astral sea. To get there, a spelljammer must travel far enough beyond, from the center of the wild space system, where they will find a breach taking them to the astral sea. This acts like a gateway or door that can be seen from the astral sea. The astral sea is like an ocean sea, but space themed, with a multitude of these gateways and doors into wild space systems. While in the astral sea, not only is the air breathable, mummy milkers, however, time does not pass. You will not age. Okay. There are 7 galaxies within astral space. Or also in this setting known as galaxies. See what I did there? Each with different influences. The space around is also hued by the most powerful being within that galaxy. Monitor has a reddish hue. Okay, I think that kind of explains it fairly well. I'm going to be cheeky and I'm going to post my Twitch link in the D&D Discord just in case people have questions. Shameless. Shameless, I know. Um, okay. I think we've done a decent introduction to the setting. I don't know if there's anything I should include else here. You've given a brief, because I don't want to explain too much and spoil things. And we're going to cover a lot of the other things in, like, the planets. I'm probably going to make a bit of a guide on how to create your own planet as well. Just so people can create theirs. While I will be making some, I'm not going to make some now. Streaming your own server. Whoopee. Shameless. It just feels weird when you promote to, like, people specifically, though, you know? Also, we've written quite a lot. 960 words, not bad. I probably did waffle a little bit, but that's fine. Okay. So, now we gotta go through, okay, the classes and how they work. Okay. Part 2. The classes. This part will be covering the basics of D&D classes, particularly how they might slightly work within this setting. If you're an experienced D&D player, you may find it easier to skim through this section or flat out skip it, as this is more of an aid for new players. Ooh, just sped up my mouse by accident. So let's go to our D&D classes, shall we? Because we'll be doing all of them. There's also a new one coming out, which I cannot wait for. And I'm going to make this, and they'll probably release it the second I do a first session, and then I'll be like, oh. So let's have a look. So we will mainly be doing the new classes. So I actually need to explain that first. So what the fuck am I looking at here? Oh, oops. Do not read that. Do not read that. Do not read any of that. Why would that open? Why did that open? That was totally not my other campaign that just opened by itself. That's fine. That's fine. There's totally not my players who are here. Hopefully they don't read that. I don't think they did. The first, however, but there is okay. For both classes and species, D&D has two distinct rule sets, which can be combined. One D&D and D&D 5e. I will have a sweetie if they're going. What are they? Oh no, you. Oh, I'm not. I'm not coming down. I'm in the middle of writing, and I'm cross-legged and comfy. Uh, one at D&D is the most up to date version. However, not all things have been updated from 5e to 1 D&D. Where you can, I recommend using 1 D&D, as this will be the main form we use. However, if you prefer 5e, feel free to use it instead. An important note here, specifically for creating your character on D&D Beyond, is that there are two types of backgrounds. These give certain things to your character sheet that we will cover later. Those from 1 D&D and those from 5e. The only thing that is not balanced when it comes to mixing both editions are backgrounds and species. So if you are using a 5e species, I ask you must also use a 5e background. Same applies for D&D. For the nerds here, this is how stat distribution and features are balanced differently. God, my typing just gave up there. I know how to spell differently, but that is so far from the word. Classes can be mixed whatever way you wish, unless you are multi-classing. Selecting classes. However, this is not available anyway from 1. Available is also a word I fuck up a lot. So again, if you're using 5e and multi-class, it has to be another 5e class. Same for 1 D&D. Nice. Okay, we've got that. Uh, I can never spell answer. What do you mean answer? I guess the W is silent. I just realized that as I was typing it, but I guess. Yeah. I suppose I just went really tiny then. Okay, so let's quickly go over these classes again. So we will only be using these main classes. We're not gonna be using any of this other shit. Any of this other shit. How many is there? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. It's 13 classes. In D&D, there are core classes, a bonus one to choose from, each with a subclass to choose as well. Most classes get their subclass at level 3, which in short is a specialized in that class. Specialization? There we go. Class. For example, a wizard could become a evoker, someone who focuses on casting damaging spells, or a necromancer, someone who focuses on the dead and reanimate them. I have to do this via the tab, just because, again, we've got new people playing, so we want to newbies. I will list all the classes below and how they're played, followed by a how they might work in this setting afterwards. Barium. A close combat. I'm trying to not use the word fighter here because of the fighter class. Oh, wait, no, they have brief descriptions on there as well. Oh shit, yeah, no, they have their. I mean, I could just copy these, I suppose, then. Um, Barians use anger to you. Well, I guess rage to take less damage, and also deal more damage. Bard, an inspiring performer of music, dance, and magic. I mean that kind of does it. I think Barbarian was the only one I needed to clarify a bit more. Clerics. A priest of divine power. Priests. Clerics use prayer to form magic, which usually involve dedication to a specific god. Druid, a nature priest or primal power. Druids use the magic of the earth and nature yeah, that'll be fine. Fighter, a master of all arms and armor. Fighters are, I don't want to town plan, but yeah, fighters are your main versatile combatants when it comes to weapon-based combat. Yeah, they're kind of all rounders without magic, but then there's some magic subclasses. Monk, a martial artist of supernatural focus. Harnessing their chi to perform impressive feats with their combat skills. There we go. Paladin. Paladin's like that's you've always got to clarify very specifically compared to clerics. So I think they get mixed up too easily. A devout warrior of sacred oaths. Paladins gain their magic from their oath, be it to a god, a cause, or belief. There we go. They're also the main tanks, the main shield of the groups. Ranger, a wandering warrior imbued with primal magic. Rangers are God, it's really kind of hard to explain, like, because Rangers are actually pretty cool. I'd argue they are cooler than fighters. Because they're kind of like a soft druid and fighter, but you don't want to say that because it downplays them. Uh, okay, that probably works. Rogue. Uh, Storus. Expert in stealth and subterfuge. Rogues are... Yeah, but they also have nature magic as well. Sneaky and oh, that's a... I could probably steal this a little bit. Prioritize. Subtle strikes over brute strength. Yeah, because like at least like with cleric and paladin, you could explain where their magic comes from a lot easier. I think they're just a bit too similar. Sorcerers. A sorcerer. A dazzling mage. Filled with innate magic. Sorcerers are born with magic within them. This could be from something in their lineage or were exposed to something that gave them it. Warlock. An occultist powered, empowered by otherworldly pacts. Warlocks make contracts with powerful entities to grant them their magic. Usually, this involves some kind of deal that benefits their patron. Wizard. A magic user of arcane power. Unlike other magic casters, wizards must study and learn magic. They are not born with it. They learn how to take and use it. God, explaining mathematics is always a pain. Masters of Invention. Artificers are similar to wizards, but rather than using books, they bind magic to items to use them as inventions. Okay. Nice. Hmm. Okay, I was gonna sort of close that bit. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Barbarians. There we go. Just include that. Barbarians are strong, enduring people. They're likely bigger than most, but often more a meathead than the intelligent conversation you were looking for. Everything beyond here will cover the typical to help paint a picture. Feel free to ignore it and do as your heart wishes. What's important is you have fun with it. Looking for. You may find as a barbarian you were previously working some kind of manual labor job, or potentially worked in a position of combat. These experiences have made you what you are today. Nice. Okay. Bards. Bards cast magic through their performances. Now, these performances can be anything, be it singing, dancing, poetry, or playing instrument. You may have performed at the local taverns. When it's over, or perhaps you served in the high courts as wealthy entertainment. What is the word I'm thinking of for aristocrats? If I could spell it. Did I spell it right? Aristocrats. Oh, fucking hell. Fair enough. Did not expect to do that first time. Perhaps you said something to the wrong person, or maybe a performance went bad. Either way, you're here now. Cleric. See, clerics are kind of awkward in the saying to try and get right. Across the universe, there, well, across astral space, there are all sorts of different gods. Good, evil, small g, big G. Whatever god you follow, that is who you've dedicated yourself to. Through your prayer and worship. You may have worked at the local church of your settlement, or perhaps held funeral rites for those who passed. One thing is clear, though. It likely wasn't fond of your devotion to the gods over them. Druid. There's a good chance as a druid, you likely resided outside the confines of the collective's influence. There's no good being a druid stuck in a city. Perhaps perhaps you lived in the before the you've moved in on your territory, or maybe you revolted against them and their destructive ways to nature. Regard, either way, you were but a small hiccup in their plans. Fighter. Welcome back from the Shadow Realm, people. You're skilled combatant. There's a good chance you worked as a guard, or perhaps you were just trained from a young age. You've learned many different skills in your life, but one way or another likely did or didn't do something that's put you in the collective's bad graces. Monk. Patience is key. It's key. Taking time to master your chi. It's a good chance you came from outside of the collective's settlements. However, they do not have your patience. To them, you're wasting time. wasting space. So it looks like they'll put you up there. Oh, Kiwi sent me something. Well, she sent me. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. I think you need like these little outbits for your text, like I have. If you can see at the top of mine, where I have like my followers and stuff. Oops, on new chat. What? Huh? Okay. Paladin. Yeah, I'm just tired now. Oh, bless you. Paladins, power from the oops. To make fun, you must be pretty dedicated to something or someone. Collective, however, want them to be your priority. These are getting a little shorter, you may have noticed, because I'm figuring out there's not a lot I can write for all of these, but that's fine. Ranger. Like druids, you likely lived outside the greater society of the collective. But like the rest, they already own you if they've if they have dominion over your planet. Your alternatively, you may have been a hunter who did the many beasts or foods of the planets they've inhabited. Though your ideals for nature may have caused you to wind up where you are now. I'm running out of like little end sequences to keep writing. Rogue's gonna be crazy. Petty thievery is not something that approve of unless it benefits them. Maybe you stole from them, or maybe you stole for them, found information you wasn't meant to know. Seems now, though, you've been sent somewhere. Keep you quiet. God, these ones are actually going to be quite hard. Power lies within you. Power that grows. That is chaotic. The order. The collective doesn't like ability or power they can't control. Best way to keep you as a non-threat is to keep you out the way and maintain that chokehold they have. Warlock. You've made a deal with a powerful entity or person. Or person enough to spare to you. This is something you should have kept secret, but the collective found out anyway. Wizard. Likely learned to serve under the, I keep trying to say the order, the collective, to aid in their empire. Whether a spell went wrong. Giving years of your life to learn. Yes. Spell went wrong, or you've wasted enough of the collective's time. And then Artificer. Magical inventions are something that would please the collective greatly, but perhaps you couldn't fill the order in time, or maybe it malfunctioned. It's important because they didn't kill you for whatever went wrong. Nice. There we go. Okay, so that is the classes done. Which means to do part 3. We are going to minimize this one now because it's a lot of words. What is next? We were going to do species, I imagine. This is going to take a lot of time. We might not get through this tonight because there is a lot that we're covering. So in this part, we'll be covering the different species / races of the setting. This is the old term. C used for older species. Setting. Nearly every species is available to play. I before the L. a few exceptions. Let me just quickly go through all of these. Questionable racial origins. Love having to clarify that one. Smic hybrid. Very complicated by the sounds of it, and I never. Boo, 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 boo. I think that's kind of it, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna say Kenda because they're very specific. Designed for a specific module setting. No real other law. Wait, what? What am I trying to... no real other law. God. Legacy. Races. Oh my god, that's how you doing. Meg as well, how we doing? Welcome in. How's it going? I don't have raid music. I just have my spooky jump scare. How we doing? Hopefully no one got jump scared by that. How we doing? Oh, why has that gone off screen? Why is streamer shout out off the screen? What is going on? How we doing? How was stream? How was grounded? The music is very somber. I completely forgot I had music on in the background. We're doing D&D notes for the VTubers and D&D. It was scary. Also, does shout car not work for you, Megalyn? Let me try that again. Let me try again. There we go. DD. Also, for those of you who don't know, I'm Joanna Hex. I'm your favorite goth bunny girl, and yeah, God, I haven't done one of these in a while. Yeah, hello, hi. I play different games. I also DM, and I'm working on DMing a series of one shots in one setting for a bunch of different VTubers called V&D, VTubers and Dragons. Yeah, we've been doing the character creation guide. You nerd. I'm a big old nerd. We've got the introduction to the setting that I finished. I've literally only just started writing it, and then I've just gone through and done all the class examples for the new players and how they might apply in this setting. But in short, expect a lovely capitalist nightmare. So that's what we're going to be doing. But if you need a raid and run, if you need to go do some ass, go do that. I know streaming, especially grounded, can be a lot. I will take care of the community. I will teach them all kinds of nerdy shit, and they will fall asleep to it. Also, I'm just talking about the races that we're not gonna have, because can I spell, please? Jesus. Because, you know, there's some questionable things about them. Like the Hadoozy. We love that they decided to write that and no one went, that sounds a bit racist. So thanks, Wizards of the Coast. Very, very good decision you made. But pretty much everything's going to be playable in it. And I want to get to a point where we can start doing sessions soon. Because I'm very excited. And I was thinking about D&D literally all day. So yeah. Which one is that? The Hadoozy. It's the flying monkey people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's fine though. They love working, guys. Oh my god, yeah. How good of them to clarify that. Mm, mm. I think I don't know if I have it, uh, but I know one of my friends has the original version where they printed that in. How did it get through so many people who did not realize it? Oh my god, you're absolutely right. How do they? How do they? Maybe that's what the how do in their name means. How doozy? How doozy do that? You know? How doozy do that? Which is really funny because I was actually kind of excited to play them, and then I read it and I went, maybe not, maybe not. We won't do that. Yeah, it's probably like in how My Hero, when people have like extra limbs and stuff, and how much they must spend on clothing. All right, we're gonna start writing again. I may go quiet and stuff, but I will still be here. We'll be chatting. If people want to give inputs as well, feel free. Um, because this is gonna be something for people to enjoy as well. Um, we'll start with humans. I'm gonna go in alphabetical order for these, but I'm gonna start with humans because humans are the more default race. So we're gonna start with that. Humans are adaptable and pretty expendable. Help if I could spell, couldn't it? Yeah, they must have like it. Yeah, it doesn't really make much sense, does it? It must have to clip on like the waist and like it's over the top, but then it clips in the waist, so it's not like a shirt. That's the only thing I could think. You've never actually played a human. I've played one. I played an Oathbreaker Paladin human. It was Geralt of Rivia mixed with the Mandalorian. Yeah, they must have. That's the well. I mean, they've got buckles. Buckles are a thing. Human. Uh, first, you're number five on my raid train. I don't actually know what that means. What is number five on your raid train? What? But hello, welcome in. What's number five on raid train? Oh, sorry. No, I'm stupid. Oh, you've been okay. No, sorry. I see. You've been through five different people. I see. I just going with the flow. Is there any escape for you? The only way you can like stop watching people is if they end. You like are legally bound to watch every stream. You're just gonna be here forever. Well, welcome in. Hopefully we can give you a nice time here. Until someone does not raid. We're gonna have to make sure that thank you very much for the tier one sub for 2 months. Insane. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I have to name a character after you now. What are you wanting like the character named? I gotta put this in my notes. Let me just create a new note. Um Subscriber NPCs. I've been playing D in a while, so curious what you got. So we're doing a Spelljammer setting, which is gonna be a lot of homebrew. Um because Spelljammer in 5e is pretty incomplete, but it's going to be in 7 galaxies. We're going to be focusing on one with a bunch of different VTubers who are participating in one shots. That will stream. and pretty much it's just going to be them paying off their debt in a capitalist society. They've been arrested. They owe a lot of compensation to this company, which is definitely unfairly placed on them. And they're going to have to be sent on these one-shot missions in order to pay that debt off. So we're basically giving the not so much D&D experienced players a lot more lore, but also just giving a setting understanding and like how things in Spelljammer work. So okay, so what was the name, Tats? Or is it what Meg said? It has to have French accent. Okay. So let me just do I don't know why I'm writing your full name. I'll just do Tats because I'll know what that means. Okay. Merrybonk Stardizzy has to have French accent. Okay. Right, okay. Interesting. I'm gonna do a lot of like species languages translate to another language. So in my head I'm thinking what language would be French. Very good character, a gnome pirate. Okay, maybe it's. I was literally looking at gnome, thinking I could imagine gnomes being French. So, I guess gnomish. So gnomish is now canonically French. So there you go. Don't expect it to be good. Because I think all my French accents are like deep, aggressive voices. That's fine. There you go. What? Oh, you might get to meet yourself. That's going to be pretty meta. Um, one of the more dominant species in terms of population cross astral space. Due to their adaptability to, it's fine, I'll correct it afterwards, nearly any climate, allowing them to live almost anywhere. Humans, I mean, all shapes, sizes, and skin tones. Pretty basic. Pretty basic. Their lifespans are comparatively shorter compared to many other species in the other worlds. There you go. How exciting. Humans are the bland option again. However, due to their adapt... I'm going to write about sex now, guys. They are the most compatible with other, be it humanoid or monstrous. There you go. Got your little monster fucking fetish in there. Never forget, mine was well, my technical first one was she was a ranger. It was in a setting where if we died in the first session and were reincarnated. Laura, thank you very much for the sub. How we doing? Laura, you get a name, you get a named NPC. What do you want? What do you want your NPC to be named? Or if you just want it named after you. But let us know, and then I'll put it in my subscriber NPCs thing. We're doing D&D Notes for VTubers and D&D, or VTubers and Dragons. Okay. Now I'm probably gonna start with the more basic ones. Oh no. Think of a name. I mean, it could just be Nyx. Okay. Yeah, because I think Asymir is a little bit more of a complex one, so I do want to start with the more basic ones. So I think next we'll do. Well, we'll go in alphabetical order again, so we'll do dwarf. Oh, that is adored. A dwarf. Okay. Born underground, suckled from a teat of stone, skin made of iron, his body is a mountain home. Okay, so are sturdy, durable folk who tend to reside within the deep crust of rocky planets, rocky planets, rich with resources. While I work on becoming a cryptid. What do you mean you're working on becoming a cryptid? Okay. I'll just put it as a changeling then, I assume. Blah, 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 blah. What did I just say? What? Changeling, Jesus. My mind just kind of went blank. Mothman. Why are you becoming Mothman? There's no need to fit down, I said Mothman. The dwarfiest dwarf does ever entice me. I mean, I'm also kind of tempted to make a Deep Rock Galactic reference with this because I think that's quite funny and it's just good to steal from other media. Rock and Stone. Guys, should we listen? Let's listen to Diggy Diggy Hole real quick. We're gonna get into the zone. I don't know if it's loud enough. There we go. Oh, I see. I see. Well, have fun, Mothman. Okay. Many dwarves get their last name from the resources they are most comfortable working with. For example, Bronzeforge, Goldbeard, etc. Underground, suckled from a teat of stone, raised in the dark, it's made of a mountain home, skin made of iron, steel in our bones. Dig, 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 to free. Come on, brother, stick with me. There's a rock version of it as well, played by is it played by? It's Wind and Rose, that's it. Certified banger. Yog Labs is back, and they have got some good songs. I need to cue those up actually as well. Coffee Machine and what's it called? Skater Dad. That's it. Are kind of my favorites at the moment. There are also many dwarves not tied to a specific planet who reside upon gigantic spelljammers plundering planets their earthen resources. though many work under the watchful eye of the collective. Digging a hole. My natural goblinness makes me despise dwarves, but this is a banger. It is a banger. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Digging a hole. Alright, elves. We've got to split into the lineages now, which is kind of a little bit awkward. The ground. We will do elf, but then we will do in brackets high elves. High elves are. I'm gonna steal a bit of the main stuff here, fused with the. Oh my god. Magic. Crosses. I'm gonna change it to that instead. Also, Big Preach, you should really watch the Yog Labs too. It's so good. Yeah. Yog Labs. Yeah, I'm making a guide for the players because we've got like 20. So I have some unfortunate news. I am indeed the forever DM. I do prefer DMing, but I wanted a DM for more people, so it's why I've been working on V&D to DM for VTubers who are experienced with D&D, but also who have never played. Yeah, 07, salutes. I literally have so many character ideas. I've had a character, let me get it up. It's my favorite thing. I've had a character that I've been wanting to play for ages that I got art of that I made for someone's campaign that they cancelled. No, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to grab image. Coffee with a flowing stream. In Yog Labs, coffee machine. Still standing there. Hurry and fix it with care. Let me get art of her because she's a certified baddie. I go quite insane. Stop watching this. Joking around, stop taking the piss. This isn't a stunt. Stop moving your ass. You cooking coffee in my machine. Wait, where am I? Wait, where the fuck's my art for her? Is it save pictures? Am I? Huh? Huh? Why can't I find it? Where have I put it? She was oh, there she is. She's literally here. She was like the original concept for my model. Certified baddie. Nearly was the model, to be honest. In fact, you may notice if you watch my Minecraft streams, her aside their hair, her outfit is what my Minecraft skin is. I want to play her so bad. But I'm not gonna play her on a one shot, I want to play her on a campaign. My bug witch Harrigan woman. Certified baddie. Oh, pretty. To the time stream. Come taste the clams. Good coffee machine. Bogwitch. My Bogwitch. I like this one. This one's stuck in my head at the moment. We're gonna jam to this one. I also love making character playlists. I go to high school every day. Go away. More integrated into the higher society of. Yeah, they go there too. Typically working at more luxurious jobs. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. I'm gonna put this in notes out here actually. It's German. Comes to real life. It's on the pavement. Yeah, I think I've got rid of a lot of mine. I might actually still have hers. I could probably play it if I can find it. Can't shut it to know it. Seems another time. Ah, yeah, I do. Also quickly want to change. Standing by. Because I wanna. This, to set the vibe of her, this is like the first song I've got in my playlist. It is also just music I listen to. It's helpful because, yeah, no. A lot of my D&D planning, I'll listen to anime openings and plan an arc around the opening. Or find an opening that fits the arc. Because I have to imagine anime openings for my campaigns, otherwise I won't be motivated. Not too much I can write about them. Refreshing for me. Yeah. Ba 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 ba. Oh, I also need to do Elvish equals Latin. There's another day you ooh, this'll be absolutely this'll be bring you closer to me. Oh, I also need to include this. I can't wait to hear you talk to us all in Latin. Do you think I'm going to talk in Latin? I mean, I know that a lot of spells in Baldur's Gate were specifically in Latin, like ignis, um, tolo. A lot of Thorncraft, the Minecraft mod, used a lot of Latin as well. Such as, sorry, I can't think while I'm listening to music. Um, uh, I probably could. I could probably do like a sentence. Uh, I trying to remember what brain is. Condom, I think it is. Condium. I was gonna try and say my head's on fire or my brain's on fire. Oh, you took Latin. How does it feel speaking to like maybe the one other person in the world who knows Latin that you might not have met yet? So it's cerebrum. Oh, I was thinking of comedico. Comedico? I don't know. Oh my god, you two can speak Latin together. The dead language. Have fun. I didn't get Latin in my school. What? This is kind of fucked. I got French or German, and I had the choice between a language nobody wants to learn or a language that's really hard to learn. Barely remember it though. I just completely like spaced out for a full second there. I don't know what happened. Um. Okay. Da, 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 da. Um. Hi elves. Tend to have uh goldish uh very uh light metallic skin coloring. My school system pushed for good students to take Latin for some reason. I still don't understand. The average students got extra science, and the less good students go theatre and extra French. God, what's worse than French? Extra French. It was very weird. Yeah, ours was weird. So I went to take computing in school, which would explain a lot of the position I'm in now. Um, but the teacher for it dropped out, and rather than just getting another teacher, they went, "Ah, nah, your year can't do it." And then the year after, they got a new one, and they could do it. So I got stuck in music. I could not play music. I had to teach myself piano, and I was with all the kids who were like the smart ass kids, the ones who had been playing music since they were like 3. I had to learn piano. I'd gone through puberty, so I couldn't sing anymore. Um, so I was kind of fucked in that class, and I managed to drop it in like the last 5 months because I went into an exam and I literally answered 3 questions because I was like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing here. I have no clue. However, afterwards, uh, I I did some like bit tracks for some games in Minecraft, and I went, "Oh, this is how music works." Because like the way they framed it was that music had to be done for like a song, not that you could just be like, "Oh, make a song for a game." Like if they told me that from the beginning, I'd be on it. But instead, I was like, "Oh, how do I incorporate words into this?" Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Oh, in front of the whole school. Oh, oh, I'm so sorry, Tats. But I kind of want to hear it. I kind of want to hear it. I think it'd be funny as fuck. It's not exactly Nickelback-ish. In the nicest way, I hope it was awful. Not because I want you to be traumatized or anything, but I think it would just be funny to see, and I really want to see it. You know what? Before my voice broke, I could sing, and I miss being able to, because I used to go to choir in school, and I had my solos, and then I got old enough to have social anxiety and stopped going, and then my voice broke, and I never learned how to do it. Builds character, I guess. Exactly. Nothing builds character more than telling a joke nobody fucking laughs at. That shit is genuinely the worst. Um, there's a vivid one that stuck for me, and this is like a real big self out. And I loudly said at the moment, I was like, "All right, fair enough. I'll kill myself," because so I cannot remember what the context was, but there was a joke going on, and I this was like the first like couple of weeks in college, and I cannot remember what led up to it, and I just pretended I was like sucking dick. I can't remember why. It was like just like a quick like little salt shaker one, and the looks I got, and I was like, it's fine. Don't have to laugh at that one. I will just kill myself. And you know what? That was the moment I realized I'm gonna think about my jokes before I say them. I'm gonna meticulously plan them. I do it when I show people videos as well. If I show someone, like I showed someone at work a video, we were talking about TikTok, and I was like, "Oh, I'll show you the video," and I looked him dead in the eyes. I went, "If you do not laugh at this video, I genuinely will kill myself on the spot here." Um, so even if you have to fake it, just laugh because it's not going to be a good situation for either of us if you don't laugh. And it was the ghoul video. It was the they got a chuckle. It was enough to pass. That's rough. That's rough. I wasn't that bad. Like I recorded Minecraft videos bad. Like wasn't I sung Minecraft songs bad. Oh no, no, this is so my good friend Seabot, who you may have seen here before. We're getting heavily distracted and off topic now. Um he sung he sung Cubeland. So the context of this, we were in TeamSpeak. This is how long ago it was. We were in TeamSpeak, and he he was at a call with one of my friends and two girls that were like a part of this like group. Um, and uh, oh my god, that's insane. Uh, and he sung. He was dared to sing Cubeland. You have to bond with Callum over this now. That's insane. Um, and my friend recorded it and had it saved for genuinely years, and it is the funniest shit. I'm willing to bet they still have it. I don't speak to them anymore, but I bet they have it. If I did enough digging, I could probably find it because I'm pretty sure it was uploaded but unlisted. So that is insane. That is hilarious as well because the fact that Cubeland is a soft, somber song is insane. Because, like, contextually, it's a good song, but contextually, it is a bit of a cringe song. Like, let me put it on. Let me put it on. Like, contextually, it is a bit of a cringe song. I'm just gonna give Laura like PTSD real quick. Dick with cold hands. It's the fact that now I can imagine you singing this in front of people and I'm genuinely cackling. Like, because I can picture it. I can picture little Laura standing in front of the class. Think fast, it's got to last. Get through the ends of the night. Da, da, da. To stay. I was assembly hall. Oh, that's rough. Not even just the assembly. Oh, that's rough. Laura, in the nicest way, like I know you were bullied for that shit. You definitely were. As a good friend, I want to bully you for it because it's fucking hilarious. All right, no. To be fair though, um, we could both sing. To be fair, so there was one I did sing actually. It was on a Minecraft parody. It was it was something probably much worse to be fair, that I've just remembered. Uh it was so I this was like young. I was like 8 and I had my DSi and it had Picto not PictoChat, what was it? What was the one on Oh, I'm not gonna be able to find the song, but that's fine. I'll just play music normally. Um, yeah, what was, I think there was a things that a lot of people uploaded. Flipnote. It might have been Flipnote. Yeah, and there was a parody. I can't think of what the original song's called, but it was called Koala Bear. What is it called? It's a Bruno Mars song. Uh, what was it? I think it was Lazy. Was it Lazy? It was the Lazy song. Oh, it was 2010. Ooh. Um, yeah. The Koala Bear one, and me and my friends sung that from my DSi in front of the class in a music lesson. So I got an award for it for being brave enough to sing. So freaking mad. Oh god. Should I put like stings on in the background, but they're just flip notes? Is that how I keep people's attention? You got targets to prove yourself. Got targets to prove yourself. All right. Wait, I'm being distracted a little bit. Oh, it's nearly 10. I probably actually need to wrap up stream, to be fair. I did. I also, actually, before we go, before I wrap up stream, but we'll wrap it up there for now. I had a solo in, so I was the last year that went to middle school. Like they stopped, they got rid of middle schools in the UK. Afterwards, it just became lower and upper school. Um, so for the last year being there, they were like, "Oh, we'll do like a massive performance at the end." And at the time, well, I have long hair again now, but like I had really long hair back then. And every time, a bunch of us, oh well, me and one other kid, started shaking our hair during the rock solo of Knits. Oh, what's the song? I have to put on the song now. Uh, uh, what's the fucking called? Uh, no, Oh, what's it called? Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind. Well, no, I'm gonna have to pause the song because I can't think while of a music song while I'm being distracted. Uh, I woke up this morning and sat up in bed. Oh, what the fuck is it called? I'm remembering the thing. I woke up this morning and I sat up in bed with something itching at the back of my head. Oh, what the fuck is it called? Um, Thank you for your daily tats. Thank you for your daily sacrifice. Oh, I'm actually gonna lose my mind. I need to find this song. The Knit Blues. Is it the Knit Blues? Yes, it is! It is! Oh my god, as if I found that. So, oh, please tell me it's on Spotify. It's not on Spotify. Oh, that's gutting. That's so gutting. Can I play it on here? All right. We might be gaming again. We might be on gaming again because I might need to. Uh, on it. Let me just do studio. Uh, let me have a look. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. Yes, I found it. I found it. I found it. Yes. Yes, that is it. Okay. 1 minute. So there was this song we were doing as one of our performances for the end of school thing, and a bunch of people. There's a section in this song where there's a guitar solo. Because I had long hair, I started shaking my head like I was doing an air guitar, and they decided that they would include it, and they did a whole bunch of casting for it, and I managed to get the part. So in the middle of the song, I think maybe this bit, I had to run on stage. Oh, can you not hear it? Oh fuck, 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 fuck. Uh, Capture audio. There you go. So when the guitar solo started, I had to run on stage with like a grunge t-shirt and just start wildly doing the fucking air guitar, and that is my highlight of my acting career, my performing career. This seems a little bit more calm than the one I remember. That was my amazing solo that I had. Fucking dizzy afterwards though, Jesus. All right, we've been distracted enough, so we're gonna go raid someone, and we're gonna sentence um good old Luxroyd to another person to be stuck with. So let's have a look. Is anyone we know live? Because I'd like to raid someone we know. Uh, I'm not going to be live for a little while. We're not going to be live this weekend because I'm away for Mama Hex's birthday. We're going on holiday, so I will not be live for a little while. But I will do another D&D Notes stream, and I'll do other stuff as well. We could raid Melter again. I did raid Melter the other night, but we could raid Melter again. Because no one else I know is live. Yeah, no, it's all just actual massive streamers I watch who like who've got like 20k views. So yeah, we won't raid them. We're gonna raid Melter. Melter's pretty cool. I'm slowly getting to know Melter. So go say hi to Melter. We do have a raid message. I don't have the follower version. So copy this message. You just might need to not copy the emotes because they won't paste unless you're a subscriber. Even though they're a follower only, I don't know why. I don't get it. Wait, unless there's Melter ending. Oh, Melter's also ending. Oh shit. I think Melter's ending. We need to find someone else. God, this is someone I've got in my thing. They're not a VTuber, but I've had them in here. I've not. Uh, what is? Okay, I'm really trying to find someone who. Oh, we could trade Pokemon who have 10 viewers. Um. Oh, we could trade Outermost Ghost. They are live streaming peak at the moment. So yeah, go say hi to them. Go drop a follow, and I don't have a schedule for next week, but I will try and plan something for Sunday. For my schedule. Actually, no, I won't. I won't be able to because I won't be on my computer. So yeah, I don't know what I'm streaming next week, but there might be 2 streams next week. Maybe on Wednesday. So until then, I will love you and leave you, and bye bye.